Hey guys, welcome back. This is Chris Gasaway, aka the Redneck Gamer X. And I just heard some exciting news today that they're coming out with another Sonic game. Um, Two of them, actually. Um, I'm kind of excited and kind of not excited. I'm all about the classic Sonic. The classic Sonic is great. Classic Sonic is awesome. Um, but these newer Sonic games, which again, it's kind of like Mario. You know, you grab it, you turn it into an RPG, add new characters and all this stuff, and you can do that with some games. But I would say with Sonic, it's just the gameplay for it is terrible. Sonic's a character that's known as going fast, and he's in most of his games they're clunky, buggy, and slow. And Sonic 6 was horrible. Sonic Boom, which I think it came out in 2014. I think. I'm not sure if it did or if it didn't, but it was terrible. It was a terrible game. It was broken. Um, if you ever want to see how bad the game actually is, you can look up on YouTube. There's some guys who I love to death that I watch them all the time that did it. Game Grumps, Dan and Aaron, they did a whole series on it. They beat the game, but they're during the series they'll show you just how bad the game really is, and that was the last Sonic game I ever seen really. Um, there was some more good news on the internet today. Um, I watched the gameplay footage for Shadow of War, and that game looked really, really awesome. Um, a lot of people, like I said, were complaining about graphics. Well, a lot of things that people don't understand is right now it's in early access. It's still an alpha. It's not even, they did what I think an hour and 30 minutes of gameplay for them taking over forts and whatnot, and for what they have, it looks beautiful. And then more people were complaining that, oh, well, it's pretty much just Shadow of Mordor, just better stuff. Yeah, I mean, that's part of making a newer game. That's what I loved about Shadow of Mordor. You can just go around freaking aimlessly murder orcs for hours on end and, you know, just do whatever the hell you wanted to do. And those are type of games that I love because I can just cut on the radio and whatever I want to listen to at the time if I'm in a bad mood or something, or I can just make a gameplay video of me just fucking wrecking on people because I'm really good at that game and I love that game, you know. And I think Shadow of War, Middle Earth Shadow of War is gonna be awesome. I also saw some gameplay footage for the new God of War, and oh my god, I was ecstatic. It's a rat-a-tat. Uh, the new the new God of War looks amazing. Even the graphics look just amazing, and the fact it's gonna be on PS4 only, exclusively for PS4, which that's always, Xbox has, their set games, and then PlayStation has their set games. But it looks beautiful. And comment on what y'all think about these games that I'm mentioning. Like the newer Sonic, what you think about that, or the new God of War, or even Shadow of War. Um, there's another new game out there right now that is catching some flack too. Um, God dang it, I can't remember. Oh, they just released the cover for the new WWE 2K18. I don't know if it's catching flack. Well, WWE's always caught flack for their games because their games are half-assed. I ain't gonna lie, their games are half-assed. They're never updated. All their characters always don't have the proper attire. The It's just really dumbed down now. You know, the biggest things I miss in wrestling is if they could get universe mode and turn it into universe mode and my career mode, or they could get universe mode and turn universe mode into GM mode, but combined it with the same tools of universe mode. To me, that would be awesome. But you know, you can make the same decisions that you could in universe mode, but you're the GM and you can customize and make your own general manager, you know, and make your own stories and rivalries and whatnot. That would be cool. And even make your own scripts. That would be pretty cool too. I'd recommend they do that. I mean, they got the tools to do it. Um, but I know they won't, you know, because they don't really, you know, care about their games too much. You know, I guess the new product for this is going to be leaned more to the future, as you can tell, because Seth Rollins is the cover boy right now for them, which is great. I'm glad they're giving Seth that opportunity. He deserves it. You know, a lot of these newer guys deserve a lot more than what they're getting, and they don't get it. You know, and you know, like I said on the other video, Sami Zayn's a big one, Zack Ryder's a big one. Um, Even Shinsuke Nakamura, you know, they're screwing Shinsuke, and a lot of it has to do with his color and, you know, the way he talks, you know, and I don't get that, because Shinsuke Nakamura is a great competitor. He is a awesome fighter. You know, in wrestling in general, man. If you want to see some badass matches, go look on New Japan Wrestling. The shit he did on New Japan Wrestling with AJ Styles, their match was just ridiculous. You know, there's even a guy that right now I'm pretty sure he won't come to the WWE. Um, but you never know, which would be Kenny Omega. I would love to see Kenny Omega and Seth Rollins in a good rivalry. That would be freaking epic. But it'll probably never happen, you know. But and then, you know, they're doing I think it's supposed to come out this month. If it's not this month, it'll I think it'll be next month. But I think the new uh, the remaster for Final Fantasy 12 is supposed to be coming out, and that was one of my favorites too. I played that one all the time. The Final Fantasy 12 when it was on PlayStation 2, and that game's hard. It's really hard, but like I said on my last video, I just don't like I don't like like more of the turn-based style. You know, each character gets a turn to do a hit or whatever. That's why I like Persona 5. It brings you back to your roots, man. That turn-based style in Persona 5. There's a lot of strategy involved in this in Persona 5, looking for weaknesses and just stuff like that, which to me is my favorite thing, because it makes you think that you know, they have a weakness, you got a weakness, so you have to think ahead on what you want to do. You know, it doesn't necessarily, you don't necessarily have to be like, you could be a level fucking 25 and the guy you're facing could be like a level 10 and he could just own you because your weakness is what, fire, and he exploits that weakness, you know, and he could just own your whole team or something like that, you know. So that's a game that I really enjoy a lot. I'm thinking about playing it on No Mercy mode, or Merciless. I think that's the new mode they got out for it now. I might do some gameplay on that too while I'm at it, if they let me, if that's okay for them to let, you know, people do that now. Um, and then they're still doing this big ass huge turf war between um, PlayStation 4 and Xbox 360, or no, Xbox X. I don't even. It was Xbox Scorpion, and now it's Xbox X, which I have no problem with Xbox. You know, uh, whatever you prefer, you get. I don't have any problems with Xbox. It's just the only problem I did have with them was when I was on 360. You know, that was my go-to console when it first came out, was the 360, and I've bought like 5 of them, and each of them has always had the same problem every time: Red Ring of Death, Red Ring of Death. You know, and then I just got tired of it. And then PlayStation 4 came out, and I ain't never, the only PlayStation I really ever had was PlayStation 2, or PlayStation uh a PlayStation 1 or anything like that, So, I wanted to see what all the hype was about. So, when I got a PlayStation 4, I've had that PlayStation 4 for about a year now, and I haven't had any problems, 0 problems with it, and I think that's what killed me about the Xbox, was just, 360 had so many problems. Of course, any console is going to have problems when it's first released. Even the Xbox X is going to have problems when it's first released. It's inevitable. That shit is just going to happen, So, the only thing I'd suggest is whatever you like. And to me, it's really stupid because, you know, everybody is doing this in this day and age, to where they're like, oh, you gotta have the best graphics, you gotta have the best of everything, and that's not actually true. Look at me right now. I'm doing a damn video on a phone with an emulator, and I'm playing Game Boy Advance, and I don't have the best technology. Granted, at my house, my setup is a PlayStation 4, but currently I live in bumfuck Egypt, and my internet service sucks right now, and I'm trying to figure that shit out. So there is a way to. It really just depends on what you like to do. I love video games. I love video games. It's like my favorite thing to do is play video games. It doesn't matter what it is to me, as long as it's good. Pokemon's a good series. I like Pokemon, so I play Pokemon for days. But like I said, it goes back to this generation now. When I was a kid and I was growing up, we had fucking sprites fighting other sprites. Uh, like I said, look at Punch Out. They brought out a new Punch Out game for I think it was the Wii. I've played it, and it's really good. Lil Mac looks fucking awesome, but you play the first Punch Out, the Mike Tyson Punch Out, and he's just a little bitty sprite. Like, you can tell who he is, but not as good as you can on the new Wii version. But that's what we played, or even race car games. They're just like, oh, look at the graphics of how the water and everything ripples off the car and all this stuff, and I'm like, it's just a damn game, man. Who is gonna actually sit there and play that game and be like, man, I really love these ripple effects off the cars? Not me. I'm gonna play it because, well, I like racing, or something like that. I'm not really gonna be worried about that. I'm gonna play it for the gameplay, solely for the gameplay, not the graphics. And that's got a lot of that's got to get in people's heads, but it's whatever it is, what it is. Alright, guys, well, this has been Redneck Gamer X. I'm gonna cut this video a little short this time because I got some things I gotta do. I'll probably put up a video tomorrow too. Alright, y'all take it easy. Have a blessed day. Bye.